So I'm just going to work through some ideas here for my two focus areas, which is I've now clarified it down to teaching and practicing. And my life as I do it now is a practice. I've taken the time to develop some really key daily rituals for myself, starting in the morning with when I get up, how I get up, what I do when I first get up, what I say to myself in the morning, what I say to the universe. It's completely different from even 3 months ago. And so I have a more intentional way of starting the day. Drinking lots of water is my only beverage, really. And continuing to do lots of yoga, whether it's in or out of class. And I'm less dependent on the class schedule because I know how to do more consistent self-care throughout the week, as well as on my own mat if I can't make it to class. The other practice I have is what I'm doing with music right now, and it's really an exciting evolution because what is happening is that I'm meeting so many new people each time I go and put myself out there and offer myself in improvisation and just offer my listening and my presence. It's an amazing shift compared to how I used to be able to participate in music, which was a very formalized setting involving people knowing and learning parts and rehearsing. And it's a good experience, but I'm kind of done. And it's amazing the worlds that open just from being. I mean, that's what's really incredible for me, which is to see my own skills through new eyes. I never really acknowledged myself for my abilities in music. I always sort of saw myself in comparison to people who were quote unquote really doing it or had made decisions to be professional, or contrasting myself with the people who just struggled and never really got to a level of mastery on their instrument. And I never related fully to either of those groups. And now I have a way of just not having to compare at all and being very present in who I am, what I have, and just offering in a very generous, open way without needing anyone to do anything differently, and just owning what I have to offer, and the way I play is enough, which is awesome because one of my turnarounds that I'm working on is I am always enough. And I'm really finding that with this way of offering music. So another practice I'm doing, of course, is this video blogging, which is really recent, but also writing. And the video blogging really came about as part of my travel in the last 2 weeks, which has really prevented me from sitting down and having the spaces of time to really write anything substantive. But these video blogs have been a nice way for me to check in and record thoughts as I go through experiences, and it's been fun because I've been choosing different settings that reflect kind of the feeling that I like people to get from the way I live right now. So I've been enjoying that, and what I've found is that watching myself deliver some of these ideas and then giving voice to it through sound. So the combination of what I'd been doing with sound recording, but watching the image has really helped me in terms of giving myself feedback and getting clarity on how I want to present these ideas. So with that said, the practicing piece I've pretty much gotten down. That's been the last really several months of effort and investing in a totally new way of approaching life, and that's been the space that I've created for myself from letting my previous business go. And I consider that actually, now I'm ready to consider that part of my work. And, I've been trying to convince myself underneath the surface that I'm allowing a process and that it's okay not to be sort of aggressively marketing. But now I sort of am beginning to really embrace the fact that that was the building I needed to do. I mean, I needed to establish this habit of practice before I went out there and tried to teach about it or talk about it. And I've been doing all these practices, and I'm going to continue to do the practices, and now I'm aware of them, and can speak more kind of from the balcony, so to speak, as well as being on the dance floor. So let me just create another clip here so it doesn't get to be too large of a file size, and I'll talk about the other half, which is teaching.